and welcome to this week's European Circle report. In their efforts to solve the Arab-Israeli conflict, Barack Obama, President of the United States, has set up a meeting with the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, and the President of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas. Among other guests, Obama also invited Egypt's President, Hosni Mubarak, and the King of Jordan, Abdullah II, to take part in the conference. The meeting took place in Washington, D.C. Before meeting with all guests on September 2nd, Obama had one-on-one meetings with both Netanyahu and Abbas the day before. Obama's ambition was to settle all territory issues.
Our goal is a two-state solution that ends the conflict and ensures the rights and security of both Israelis and Palestinians.
Abbas expressed his wish to solve all problems concerning Palestine and Israel and to finally make peace. However, he demanded that Israel should end its occupation of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. Netanyahu gave a reconciliatory statement.
We must learn to live together, to live next to one another and with one another. But every peace begins with leaders. President Abbas, you are my partner in peace.
The beginning of the meeting was overshadowed by two terrorist attacks by the fundamentalist group Hamas in the West Bank, by which 4 Israelis were killed. Both Obama and Netanyahu expressed their resentment for these crimes.
The message should go out to Hamas and everybody else who is taking credit for these heinous crimes. That this is not going to stop us from not only ensuring a secure Israel, but also securing a longer-lasting peace in which people throughout the region can take a different course.
In response to the attacks, Israeli settlers announced that they would continue construction of various buildings in the West Bank. This violates a settlement freeze that was announced by the administration of Benjamin Netanyahu and was supposed to last until the end of September. In spite of the difficult circumstances, Netanyahu and Abbas started their negotiations and were accompanied by Hillary Clinton and George Mitchell, U.S. Special Envoy for Mideast Peace. George Mitchell is considered to be one of the best diplomats of the United States. According to Mitchell, the peace talks were productive. The process of solving the conflict will be further encouraged and continuous peace talks are planned. Catherine Ashton, High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy of the European Union, started the strategic dialogue between the European Union and China by visiting the People's Republic at the beginning of September. Ashton's goal is to intensify the Union's political and economical relationship to China.
This morning we've begun to have the discussions that look across the role of the European Union, the role of China, and our relationship with each other, bilaterally and in terms of how we operate in the world.
Ashton had agreed to leading the strategic talks between the European Union and China. In the course of her journey, Ashton met with China's Foreign Minister Yang Jiechi and Wen Jiabao, China's head of government. They agreed on working together more closely when it comes to dealing with global challenges. Besides meeting with politicians, High Representative Ashton also visited the Expo World's Fair in Shanghai.
Well, I came here to, in a sense, deepen and strengthen the strategic partnership that we have with China. I began this visit by visiting Shanghai, visiting the European Union at the Expo, which was a great experience and an opportunity to see that in some cases 4 or 5 million Chinese people had visited each of our member states' pavilions.
Ashton has also visited China in September 2009. She was then working as a trade commissioner. Later this fall, Ashton will also be taking part in an informal meeting in the European foreign ministers, as well as attending an EU summit. This has been this week's European Circle report. I hope you will be watching next week again.